Halftime of Sunday Night Football. In a really dispirited mood today, man.
Look at the chat. I've just decided to embrace it.
Not the first time in not the first
Yeah.
time in my life I've been fucked by leverage. It's dangerous.
It is dangerous. Yeah, we got liquidated on the
The Broncos. The Broncos and Cardinals blowing covers like simultaneously was brutal.
Didn't watch the kick, the first kick. So the family had just gotten home. So the family had just gotten home from and I'd put a roast in all day long, slow cooker, big nice pot roast, roasted vegetables. I hate being I have to watch football. I can't sit down for 10 minutes and eat with you. So I sat down and ate, and I'm kind of watching the game on my phone. And it says the kick is no good, and it's over. And I'm like, oh, good. Thank God for that. And then suddenly on the little ESPN thing, it just moves the Colts 20 yards closer, and there's still a play left. I'm like, oh my God, what happened?
Yeah.
So I didn't even see it live. I at that point I did run into the other room to look at the TV, and they had 2-0. I mean, they'd already written 2-0 for this. So we should talk about this game though. We'll get into the therapy session.
The second half opens. Vikings -2.5. Bet out to -3 already. The second half total opens 22. Bet down to 21.5 already. I think over 21.5 is the look. I would also listen to anyone that wants to lay 3 with the Vikings, as they certainly have their defense dialed in the red zone, and outside of not really having a good read on tackling Bijan Robinson, it's been pretty solid effort from them. We have a lopsided yard per play. Again, another big chunk gain to get that field goal at the end by McCarthy, making the Vikings overall stats look less gross. They're up to 4.7 yards per play. It was 3. Yeah, Falcons at 6. Turnovers even. Time of possession even. Penalties pretty even. 0 for 4 so far in the red zone from these teams. I got to imagine eventually we see somebody punch it in. So over 21.5.
Yeah.
What do you think?
First touchdown score, yet to be determined. We'll get there. I'm kind of there. Not only has the Falcons just been dummying them up front, Cashman, Van Ginkel out, Harrison Smith still not on the field. This defense is not whole right now, and there's been a couple drop balls as well. It's not just been the woes in the red zone. This Atlanta team should be moving even faster, and if they really lean into what's worked in the first half, they're going to score some points here too. So I guess kind of wait to see what the market does here, if it bounces back up to 22 or not. But
good pressure for both for both defenses, especially the Falcons. Falcons, another game this season where they've really been able to ratchet it up pressure-wise. 5 sacks so far on McCarthy for 28 yards lost. I feel like the pressure count is over 50% of his dropbacks.
that's what I'm wondering. How do you feel about the side? Just our Atlanta team total?
Well,
Atlanta,
there was somebody who whacked the hell out of Falcons 3. It's back to 2.5. You can actually get 2.5 Vikings at -104 right now, which I think is right. But I don't know. No strong opinion.
Yeah, this isn't. This is one of those halftimes, guys, where if we weren't doing this show and we didn't love giving out something to wager on, we probably wouldn't bet this game. These are good numbers. Second half total. Where's the?
My number is 23 on the second half, so 22 I think is 21.5 was I think a good bet. It's up to 22.5. I played some 21.5. Not much.
Okay. Falcons team total, you can get 9.5 -125 if you're a believer in that sort of
Falcons thing. Is what?
Falcons
9.5
total 9.5 -25.
I think that's pretty good.
They started with the ball, so the Vikings.
The Vikings get the ball first, surely.
Vikings get the ball first.
You like that better than 22.5?
Well, I mean either or. We'll put them both. We're gonna go 2-0.
All right, Falcons team total over.
I'm playing that at Bet Online right now.
9.5. You said
Yes.
minus what?
minus 125.
Oh, that's a
But
juicy
only it's
juice.
juice only matters if you lose. And
It's
then
only juice if you
I'm gonna
lose,
play. It's back down to 22. I'm gonna play over 22 minus 111. On the second half, I think we see some points. I think we see some Falcons points. The Vikings employ an offensive line. Darisaw matters a lot. I mentioned those injuries on the defensive side. Darisaw, that stings a lot worse than missing Addison, I guess, because Jalen Naylor's been there, and obviously they still have 1-8. He's a pretty big deal, and he's hard to cover. But the Darisaw thing stinks. You see Jalen Walker come in on that one sack.
Yeah, he was.
You know what he looked like? He looked like somebody who plays for Green Bay.
Micah Parsons,
He just fucking. He's tall. He's kind of. I don't want to say Micah Parsons skinny because he's not, but he's got that build where he's a lankier, speed guy.
Yeah.
Walker just kind of went around the tackle there.
Yeah. Andy nailed something that was of a note, which is AJ Terrell questionable to return. I didn't see how serious that was.
He got like I said to you, he got up and walked off, but he was pretty ginger about it. We'll see. I was surprised.
Who's been pretty clutch is Parker Romo, kicker for the Falcons. We just need four more field goals from him, and our 9.5 is good. Andy,
3 and a safety.
3 and a safety. That's a great point.
If you didn't like,
it was a hammy. Okay, hammy is bad news. Everybody's saying he looked done. I didn't see the severity of the injury.
See, that's the thing. If you twist an ankle and it's not swelling up a lot of times they can just throw some tight tape on there. You're fine. You can go back in. If you have a hammy, feels anything, it's pretty unlikely.
It's tough to trust Parker Romo because I feel like there's a lot of Parker bad kicker juju out there, and there's definitely some Romo bad kicker juju. Yeah,
plays.
Yeah. It's like we're really playing with fire, naming a kicker Parker Romo. The facial hair also is pretty sus. I agree.
A little sus. He's better than Koo. I mean, so far they've made the right choice by setting Koo down and bringing this guy up. Vikings do start with the ball in the second half, Jag.
They're missing so many good defensive players. Although, what do you think of the play by Eric Wilson so far, man? He has stepped into the AVG role and done a great impression. Or is he in for Cashman? I forget.
I think they kind of had to reconfigure the whole linebacking core, man, because of who was the other guy that they would bring in? I think Wilson.
IPJ is playing the AVG role, and Eric Wilson is playing the Cashman role.
Can we get back to the pot roast talk? It was not super great. It was a rump roast. Just had to use it up. Cooked it. Little tip, little pot roast tip. If you're doing it in the crock pot, you cut up an onion into slices. And you layer the bottom of the crock pot with the onion and set the roast on top of it. And then I put about a quarter cup of cab sauv in there. Little vino. Don't use water. Use wine.
Can we move on to thoughts on the weekend? Besides the fact that
a little bit.
I'm just absolutely bleeding in the street as far as bankroll goes. What kind of variant did Burrow get that he needs surgery?
It's crazy too. Like turf toe sounds like the pansiest bitch ass little oh no my toe hurts injury, but it is like crazy serious and painful. Probably need to rename it. Like it doesn't sound serious at all, but now they're saying possible ligaments are fucked up and he's gonna have to, if he has surgery, it's 3 months. At that point, I don't know if you stick with Browning. I don't know if you're trading for somebody, or people have already floated the Jameis idea out there. We'll see. That's pretty fun. Jameis to a good receiver too is exciting. That game was an absolute mess. We'll get into that a little more, but boy, Lawrence waving off Cohen. Cohen looks like he wants to pull his hair out. The fact that Browning somehow got it done. We had 3.5 in contests, so that was a nervy. Every extra point is a little nervy after like how many kicks got missed already today and this week in this season. So got it done, but yeah, the Bengals are in a little bit of trouble.
What's Jake Browning's wife? Stephanie Niles? I don't know her. Is she someone famous?
Maybe.
She's got some nice pictures on the internet, I guess. The
Google it, I guess.
the general vibe I get is Joe Burrow is made of glass. This is now how many, Andy?
6?
It's a lot, and it's all
So
been
haven't
different
during the
things
season,
too.
which is very-
It's all different things too, which is
If you showed
insane.
me a picture of Jake Browning, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Jake Brown. Okay, this is a different person. Like, this guy looks like he plays for, like he's a striker for Brentford or something.
Jake Browning looks like Derek Carr.
My goodness, he's top heavy. Yeah, he does look like Derek Carr. I don't know. Maybe they stick with him. They've done it in the past. He played a good stretch in the past. Yeah, he is becoming a little bit of a what if man.
I'm guessing that they just go with Browning. I doubt they make a trade. I mean, Browning and Zach
there's not a
Taylor
lot
had
out
some
there.
pretty good. They had some pretty good moments. They had some high highs when Burrow went down with the wrist sheath injury. I think it was.
Yeah.
I had lost track of that one. But yeah, Joe Burrow. Eat your Wheaties, buddy.
I upgraded the Cowboys a little. I didn't.
Did you?
No, I mean prior to this game,
Oh,
and I guess I joked in the Discord. I guess Deron Bland should get DPOI consideration because he's the most important player to any defense in the world. I mean, it drove me up a wall with the coordinator there. It's like Russell Wilson has one thing he's good at anymore. And you can't let people get behind the safety and let him throw a moonball because he actually has a couple receivers that can make that happen and catch the deep ball. If you keep letting him get these guys behind your secondary,
center for the
gonna
Vikes
complete
is not returning. Oh Christ! I didn't see that. Thank you,
Ryan
Triple X
Kelly.
Achilles
Yeah, I
Triple
did.
X. I guess I could shoot for the middle on this 20 22. Andy, what do you think?
I think we're going to get a...
How valuable is
Oh,
the 22?
Last time I called this, it happened. I think
It
we're
landed
getting another
22?
I think we're getting another defensive score.
Oh, okay,
This isn't
I
Deep
like
Dive
that.
Daily. You're right. This isn't Deep Dive Daily.
Thank you very much, Showtime.
Forgot to check back.
So a couple of thoughts. Patriots Dolphins was fucking insane. Did you watch the end of that game? I mean, I had Patriots, I think that's the only side I won today. I got to relook, but
I had Patriots
it was a bad day.
contests.
I guess I had
So
some Rams, I
was
had some
nervous.
Bengals, but not much. Yeah.
Tua looked better, obviously. Yeah, it's hard
At times, 4th and 9 pick was pretty inexcusable.
But I mean, compared to last week, obviously it's hard to look that bad 2 weeks in a row. Tyreek Hill quietly had 100 yards. But yeah, I flipped to it.
Tua airmailed him on an easy one that would have
Did you
put
see how
the.
mad he got?
Oh,
I think he
yeah,
just pulled
rightfully
himself
so.
Out of the game after that. But it's funny. I flipped to it for the kick return, punt return thing.
Oh,
Like,
you saw that?
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, fuck this game. I flipped to it, and they returned the kick because I have Patriots in contests.
Yeah, sure.
And I didn't need that. And then they returned the kick. I'm like, all right, we're back to even. I'm going to stop watching this game. That's high on the rewatch list tomorrow.
It was an
it's
insane
funny,
game.
like, rewatch list is that one. It is Denver again. I probably need to rewatch Seattle Steelers to see exactly what's happening with the Steelers.
After
offense.
the Patriots got the interception, the sequence of events that happens next and the coaching just atrocity that Vrabel is going to get away with because he ultimately wins, so he's not going to be held accountable, was unfucking believable. They trotted out a guy who had missed 2 extra points to attempt a 53-yard field goal. Somehow he made it, and then you have a 6-point lead. You kick it back off to the. Actually, let me just pull up the numbers. You managed to wipe out 25 seconds with 4 plays to gain 3 yards, and in doing so, the decision making around the 2-minute warning, not making the Dolphins even use their 2 timeouts that they had, and giving them the ball back where all they needed to go was drive and score a touchdown. I was like, well, I guess I know how this is going to go. Like, this is just not going to go well because the Patriots defense barely stood up today. They were beat. They were pretty bad. And if
they may get Gonzalez back at some point.
Achan stepped out of bounds on a cut that he absolutely did not need to make so emphatic, and before running in the touchdown the rest of the way.
I didn't even see
I was
it.
like,
I thought he scored there.
I know, and you know what I said out loud? I was like, I scored too soon. Like, they scored too soon. Turns out he didn't. Yeah, I mean that whole finale was just an atrocity. That Achan play, by the way, happened with a minute 15 seconds left. Yeah,
it's like, oh, they have another chance, and LMAO, they have another chance. Look at this. It's just one of these times they're going to score because they scored it at some point. And
New York Giants also scored too soon. Too much time left. That was a mess. That was handled very poorly.
Well, especially when you have the one know your opponent, and everyone jokes about this with that, or when people complain about analytics, like, well, does it take into account this and this? Yeah, exactly. That's what it actually does. But when you have the one team you're playing who has a kicker who can make it from anywhere on the field, like, you really got to be mindful of how much time you're leaving, because they need, like, one chunk play if they end up with good field position, and he can make a kick and put you in overtime where you end up losing.
Yeah.
And it's five. I know we're talking about the Cowboys game, but 5 people have pointed this out too. Yeah, the rookie not knowing the kickoff rules, that was a pretty funny play. Not if you had Steelers or if you're a Steelers fan, but I mean, he just like, oh, and then he just walks off basically as the other team's scoring. Like, ooh.
Yeah. That
was an oof. I can't imagine what it's like to get yelled at by Mike Tomlin. I'm guessing it sucks ass. And I'm guessing he got yelled at.
Yeah, Patrick's right. If I wanted that Cowboys game to end in a tie so bad.
Couldn't quite get in.
What did we miss?
Falcons interception. I think
damn it.
It's tough to see.
Oh, they're gonna punch this in, please, right? They're at the 10.
That's not a pick. They're gonna
run. They're gonna walk it back.
Well, he dropped it. It touched the ground. Yeah, that's not a pick.
Yeah, great.
Run a play.
Well.
Run a play. They review all turnovers. Never mind. They'll look at this and they'll return it. So, such is life.
I really would have loved the tie. First survivor for anyone with win total under on Cowboys would have been nice. The Bears. Oof.
How about the Bears? Yeah,
Bears fans are not going to get up feeling good tomorrow morning. I think Bears fans are probably in the toughest spot, wouldn't you say? I mean, Dolphins fans are in a tough spot too because they got to play the Bills on Thursday. Although now there's like hype and excitement about firing McDaniel, right? I got a question for you. This is a little mysticism. This is a little weird, but I have wondered for a bit today if my karma was a little fucked because I'm cheering for someone to get fired instead of just like that's what I want to happen the most. Yeah. You know, like, do I have like a black cloud of karma?
Maybe
over me a little bit.
Yeah, maybe you should say something nice about Mike McDonald.
I just would like McDaniel gone, and then we can kind of reset our karma.
We do need a karma reset. Maybe I should. You know what? I went and got McDonald's breakfast the other day, and I rounded up for Ronald McDonald's house, and it was like $12.09. So I rounded up like almost a full $1. So I feel like maybe I'm in the right spot. You need to do something similar. Maybe donate some money somewhere. This is a fun question from Landon Renault. I'm going to say it the French way because I feel like that's how he says his name. Rules question: if the team in the first possession in overtime has a 10-minute drive and scores a touchdown on the last play, what happens? Do they put another 10?
No.
You can run it out of time. The rules are both teams get a possession unless somebody
time runs out.
uses the whole day. You can use the whole day.
You can use the whole clock, yeah. And honestly, you should think about that. If you're up against a mighty offense and you get the ball first, you should try to have a 10-minute drive. You should try to have a 10-minute drive that ends in a field goal. Yeah. Like San Francisco should have thought of that probably in the Super Bowl. Although I don't know, does it playoffs? Do the rules different in the playoffs?
Now the rules are the same as the playoffs.
It was always that way in the playoffs, right? Okay.
Yeah, well, they changed it after I believe it was the Favre Vikings year against was that the Saints game that went to overtime? Saints Vikings went to overtime, I believe, and then they got the
Vikings never got the ball?
Vikings never got to touch the ball, and they talked about changing it, and then I think it happened again. Maybe I'm misremembering. Either way, yeah, it used to be a team could just get the ball and kick their field. Remember that? Just kick a field goal and it's over.
Yeah.
The change was after the Patrick Mahomes never got the ball.
Yeah, you mean Josh Allen?
Oh yeah. Excuse me, Josh Allen never got to touch the ball. You remember that game better than me.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And yes, you can. So if in the playoffs, you can go to a second overtime. Let's say both teams score equal each other, and then you're in sudden death. If you run out of the 10 minutes, they'll just
they keep going. Yeah, they go again. Yeah, they go again for sure. Have we had that?
I feel like we had it once. Maybe I'm misremembering. Whoa, what a bad pass by Penix. Everything is
going a little bit pear-shaped here. Not great.
Now I'm almost doubting myself, but I think it's just such a unique thing for a team to have a 10-minute scoring drive in overtime that it's very unlikely that both teams wouldn't possess the ball. What would be funny is to score with like 4 seconds left and be like, both teams got the
Good.
ball.
All right, kicking it off. Squib kick. You squib it in that scenario.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
No one's ever screwed up a kickoff in the last 7 days or so.
There have been double overtime when it was still sudden death rules. I do think that's true. You go way back. Yeah. Panthers, Rams, 05. Yep. Good call.
Yeah, even before they changed the rules, you could add double overtime in the playoffs.
Yep.
Muhammad.
It's good throwback. Good throwback. What was I gonna ask you? The goddamn. Just keep giving it to Bijan.
The Bears do stink, yes. Oh man, my boss, he even posted this morning in the work Slack. He's a Notre Dame / Bears fan, just miserable. Nothing.
Oh no, yeah Notre Dame 0-2.
Combo. And the worst part is, like, I'm tempted to take Notre Dame to make the playoffs because I think if they sort it out a little, they don't have any like hard games left. Those are the 2 worst games. The rest of the schedule, they'll just be favored. They might just get it. It's 12 teams, and they have the advantage of not having the conference thing. They might just be like 10-2. So if it's like 2-1, I might take some Notre Dame. And I don't bet much college, or really at all.
Yeah, Afuz, Harbaugh got an enormous downgrade in my book for the way he handled the end of the game, and particularly that call. They were averaging like 9 yards a play in that game.
It's going to start in like November, too. It's going to be early.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Harbaugh thing sucked.
It sucked badly. And they had enough timeouts that even if the Bills would have taken, the Bills stop you there, which, again, okay, good luck. You still have enough timeouts, I think, to give yourself one more chance to go back and get the game-winning score. So I thought that was an atrocious decision by him, and I still haven't heard a defense for it that passes the smell test. Oh, man, this is just a methodical, slow drive that is eating the clock. Not great for an over. If they don't get 7 points out of this, we're going to be in a little bit of our asses in the jackpot if they don't get a touchdown here, Andy.
I'll take 3.
We need 2 scores, so one would be fine. One would be good, but
I mean, touchdowns are always better than field goals when you've betting over. It is just amazing that this offense has so many good players. Feels like they should be better. Because,
everything went over.
Tyler Algier is good. He's a really good backup running back. Bijan Robinson has his next carry, essentially, he'll probably be over 100 yards for the day. And somehow they have 9 points.
It's amazing. He's playing great.
It's really hard to get. Boy, Brian Thomas Jr. was taking it hard on the timeline today. As
people not impressed with his statistical output.
Toughness, where he's really, it looks like he's really
12 targets.
And that's right. I wonder if he's hurt because he didn't look like this big of a pansy in the past. I sit here in my little office.
How did he look? He didn't. Now he looks like a pansy, but he didn't used to. Yeah.
He looked more willing to take a hit, and I wonder if he's carrying an injury because he looked very unwilling to be in the middle of the field where things get dangerous. So
I got Jaguars and Bengals on my rewatch. I really just don't know what the hell happened in that game other than Joe Burrow being done. I mean, I guess I should ask you. Maybe you know better. Is Joe Burrow done for the year? The surgery his year's over.
So turf toe is going to probably put him out for a couple weeks, I would think, if it's just turf toe. But if it's ligaments, then it's 3 months. It's surgery. It's 3 months. So you're missing 12 to 14
So they'll have him back by the playoffs.
Yeah, we'll see if they get there.
They're 2-0, Andy.
They are 2-0. They're in a tough division, though. So
3 months.
The imaging of his toes were sent off to a very important toe doctor. I don't know.
Have you been copied?
I have not been copied. I went on WikiFeet and checked to see about this guy's credentials. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, the procedural penalties for the Jags.
It's just penalties everywhere, all day, in every game. Oh, God.
Why would you ever pull Robinson off the field? I guess for 3rd and 2, it's an Algier down. But Robinson, he's like their top receiver, too.
Yeah, he's an important guy.
Oh, that was a bad push from the offensive line. Guess we're getting a field goal. Oh, good. 8-minute field goal drive.
Unbelievable.
No, go for this. Actually, don't. That makes me nervous. It's like 3 yards now.
Oh, that was now it's a clean 30. That's
now we need
Parker Romo not to fuck this up.
You know what we need? We need fourth quarter JJ to show back up again.
Yeah.
A bunch of Rex Ryan jokes. Jeez, guys. Dr. Only Toes. Yes, I finally got to listen to that episode of Risk of Ruin while I was outside doing some work. If you haven't yet, I won't spoil it either, but boy, there's a very, very disheartening story about how these legal sports books treat the responsible gaming and all that stuff. It's crazy. As someone who has, I work with the sports books. I write articles that have affiliate links, and we get all these emails and like, you have to make sure you say this, and you have to make sure if you make a video for draft
1-800-GAMBLER.
It has to have. I mean, we had a video we had to redo because just like it wasn't big enough on the screen. Like, we got to have all that on there, and then you hear stories like that, and it's a little disheartening because I've known people personally who've had like bad gambling problems that like honestly one pretty much ruined a marriage, and one almost did. Honestly, I remember that guy was an online slots player, which is even dicier, I think, because boy, you get your ass in the jackpot there too. But I mean, it's crazy that they don't take it a little more seriously.
Yeah, the Easter egg I was referring to, which I don't know that you caught, was the nod to the business we've chosen pod.
I didn't know that was an Easter egg.
That was wild. Well, I mean, it just came out of nowhere. I feel like I haven't even heard anyone ever say anything about that pod except for us talking about it.
I don't know. I think a lot of people have listened to the business we've. I thought it was the Thanksgiving story.
That one, there was a couple.
I've heard
there
it's
was,
like,
there
oh,
was,
I've heard this story 100 times, but it's from True.
Oh, there were so many things where I was like the whole like road, like he's like, oh, this is now or never. Like I'm gonna leave my engineering job, or I'm gonna, never gonna do it. And I was like, yeah, it's like it all felt like very familiar, and it was a great tale, and really glad he spent the time doing it, and really glad, like it really feels like Risk or Ruin. If we're gonna get that type of stuff with Risk or Ruin on sports betting, then I don't know. It's like TBWC next level, right? Like it was well produced, and kind of carefully edited. It was great.
Oh yeah, it's clean, it's polished. We don't do that.
Polished.
We just go live and rip for a while, which is that's why I do enjoy those. It's similar to like the true crime or the
exactly
the history. Anyone who listens to like hardcore history or things like that, where there's a script, there's a bunch of editing. I like those quite a bit. Honestly, yeah, my favorite podcast episodes ever. Some of them are the business we've chosen. Number one podcast episode for me is always and always will be not the business we chose. I don't even know the name of the podcast. It's whatever his name was, whatever he named it. Trenhale's podcast.
Oh yeah, Inside Betting.
I don't remember what he called Inside Betting, maybe, but it's the one where he spends like 2 hours just talking to
debating himself about how he would
build a perfect sports book. And
that's awesome.
It's really good. And then number 2 is Hagren. 4-hour Hagren.
The 4-hour, he made his own outline. That was amazing.
That one was pretty good.
Amazing.
Number 3 is Drew after the Bills Chiefs game. It wasn't even a podcast. Maybe that was. That's back when we were uploading the Sunday stuff.
That was the most angry I've ever been, I think, from a sports bet.
I was close today. I think I'm just getting too awesome. I'm reading. I'm trying to read comments and talk at the same time. I'm getting too old, or I just don't have the anger left in me.
Yeah.
Spanky. Truthfully, if I had to make a top 10, there's a couple of Spanky ones that are pretty good. Spanky ones varied for me because some of them were, hey, this is entertaining but not useful, because a lot of it is like I'm talking to an old timer and they're just telling great stories about edges that were blown up 30 years ago or longer, and it's so entertaining, but it's like I'm not gaining anything out of this. I'm not making me better at anything, but I love this. But Spanky's had a few where he's had some guests where he gained some definite alpha from.
That was
the host. Spanky.
Good times. All right. Well, let's call this one. You're on your own tomorrow morning for a little bit of a recap of the week that was and the injury situation.
Yeah, we'll still do our daily pods, but Drew's doing some traveling.
I got to travel in the morning, and I got a stressful day. I really just want to relax and have some wine and regroup, and instead I have to be somewhat responsible adult, which fucking sucks. I'm bummed. Catch you on Tuesday morning.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay, cool. We might. You okay going at? I think at 10 o'clock. Sorry, not 9 o'clock your time. Okay, Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
All right. We usually do 9:30, but I have my NBC things flip flopped, so I'll catch you at
we wish you
9 Central.
Good luck thanks, tomorrow on your work stuff. We'll see you guys.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, adulting is the worst.
That's the worst.
No mention.
It's the
yeah.
worst.
Travis